just on 6 o'clock in the morning, the last Monday of April 2022, and we're off to Cornwall with Troy, our driver.
You drove straight across at 11 o'clock, you've been talking in about an hour. Straight across the fields and sea, yeah. If it's an amphibious vehicle, we could do that, can't we? It's all the baby lambs, look. It's nice when you see them running about and all that, and jumping about, it's nice. Yeah, you see all around here, look, left and right, views on both directions.
By Tripole and Pen shall ye know all Cornish men. Having just come along past the Jurassic coast, we now find ourselves in West Bay, just a little bit south of Bridport, near where they make the Dorset Knob biscuits. And used to be a branch line from Maiden Newton through Toller into Bridport, and then it was extended down to West Bay. And I'm looking back from West Bay back towards Bridport. One of the disadvantages of filming later in the day, not that I got any choice, but people about. I'm just looking back along the track of the extension that was built from Bridport to West Bay. Now, I'm very pleased to say that right by the coach park, West Bay station is still here, and it's been quite nicely preserved with these two coaches, which is now a little restaurant in there. The platform is still pretty much intact. And there's some building work going on, so I ain't going to go any closer, but there we are, still complete with its station canopy, and that's nice to see, isn't it? And there's our trusty steed, Lynn's Travel as usual, sitting in the coach park. And I think there was a little branch used to go from here. I'm guessing that's the goods yard behind the coaches there. And extra bit of track used to go down to the harbour. As is often the case from relying on what you think you know, I actually got it all wrong. Yes, what we're looking at is indeed the goods yard. There was a run round loop and two sidings there, including a cattle dock, but that was it. There was no branch to the harbour, in spite of anything that I say to the contrary. This was the end of the line, and this is the third set of coaches that's been set in the platform. One can only hope it's third time lucky and that the business will be successful. So I'm just going to take a nosy and see what I can find. Having said that, I turn around and see this signal here. Typical Great Western lower quadrant, but I don't think it's original, but it gives a bit of atmosphere. I'm at the other end of the station now. I must say it certainly all looks very pleasant. Lovely piece of preservation. But, I don't suppose the passenger service ever did much in its day. It was closed before the Bridport section closed. I do know that much. But No, been done very nicely indeed. What a pleasure to see it. Well, I'm down at the harbour now, and then so's 50,000 other people. You see the slipway just there. Now, I get the feeling any little line that come down to the harbour from the West Bay extension couldn't have left from where the platform area is. It must have left the line a bit before that. Probably come round to the left of that pub over there, the George. It's difficult for me to see exactly what I'm filming, so I'm hoping to get this right. The sun's right behind me, and as usual with these LCD lenses, you could see damn all. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's where it must have come, and alongside the harbour wall. A lot of new building here, but nevertheless, although it's a cold day, the sun's quite hot on the back of my head. And it's certainly very pleasant. Looks like the river comes out underneath that bridge in the front there. And I think I'm now going to take a wander to see what's around to the left. I have to laugh, there's this boat here. He's taking up about 4 parking spaces. I wonder if he has to pay 4 times as much. Here's an interesting thing. He's a bit far from home, isn't he, Orkney? But he's towing a boat sideways on. I ain't seen that done before. That's obviously where fishing boats come in and unload. Seaweed over there, lots of rock revetment, and I'm just looking up above that towards some more hills as we head towards Devon. And of course there's Seaton, Beer, all sorts of places down there. Well, I'm right out at the end of the harbour walls now, and what a view today, looking right the way down, and I honestly won't be able to tell whether this is in focus or not, but we're looking down towards the Jurassic coast. There's a fishing vessel out there. That's going to be miles along there. Looking towards Weymouth. Look at this lovely rock formation here. Isn't that lovely? The sea, I wouldn't say is calm, but it's not too bad. Some fishing boats out there, and as we come round the corner, people are out enjoying the sunshine, enjoying a walk, and I'm going to go down and go on the other side of the harbour wall there, because it's a nice view and I'll get a better take on it from there. So I've got a little bit of walking to do now, but that's the harbour at West Bay. This is what you don't often get to see. How to get a little boat out the water. And you all thought that a JCB was a digger that held you up on the road, eh? Blistering barnacles, he says. That needs a bit of a touch up on the paint. Is that all he was going to do to it? And now he appears to be going to launch it again. Yep. Cast off, Mr. Mate. Aye, aye, sir. Casting off, sir. Now that's interesting. He's coming back again. Yep, he's coming back again. Oh well. And after much to and fro-in, he eventually got it out of the water. This little tripod is a handy instrument. It doubles as a carry handle. But there we are, we're looking right the way across Lime Bay. And that, in the distance, I think you'll find there, although I can't see it very well at the moment. There we are. That is Lyme Regis. And then on round the coast we go towards Seaton. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of place on the one hand that I quite like, because you don't find many coach companies come here. On the other hand, I said there was 50,000 people. Here I go again. But there's 100,000 dogs with them. I've got nothing against the dogs, it's the people that let them get in the way. But anyway, this is nice. There's a smell of the salty sea, bit of seaweed, but it's good, it's healthy. The sun is making pretty patterns on the cliffs over there. And discovery is what a coach holiday is all about. So there we are, in a nutshell. West Bay. Looks like the action ain't finished yet. Somebody playing silly bees in a boat there. Oh. And there he's coming. Coming in on one of those pontoons, so it looks like he's going to take somebody out fishing. There we go. And in the meantime, the tide is coming in. I'm just taking a look at probably one of the oldest buildings in West Bay, including that chapel on the corner there.
I'll go and get it in front of the seat somewhere.
Don't be a YouTube filmmaker, not during the day. Let's try again. Most docks and quays, ports used to have a fisherman's chapel nearby. There's one on the beach. But we pan this way round, and these are, I'd say, obviously the oldest buildings in West Bay. St John's Church there. That building looks to have some age to it. And then as we pan round, that's about it. I've just had the worst donut I've ever had. Alright, it was 80p, not too much as far as donuts go. But I had to search in the paper bag for it, because it was little more than a dough ball with crispy edges. So if you ever go to West Bay, don't buy a donut from the little donut stall on the bridge. Ooh, horrible. And just as you think you're done, you walk through the archway and you find this, the old Customs House courtyard, which is now a retail centre, market and little shops and restaurants and people. But interesting. Just walking back to the coach park and I come across this. Wall with a door, and no, it's not play school. But you look here, and there's obviously been a wooden truss in there at some time. Those door hinges have got quite an age to them, and there's like a little corridor runs along now beside the wall, because I found more old buildings. They call that one Harbour Cottage, and then that one there, well, it's certainly got an age to it. Ooh, look at that there. Very David Copperfield, that one. And I'm not going to film right in front of the windows, but I will just turn around here, because these two cottages look rather nice, even if the window frames do need a little bit of attention. But that's the old stuck beside the new. This place obviously once had a fishing industry much bigger than it is now. There's another old warehouse type building, look at that. Anything that spoils everything. This is traffic and the people. There's obviously not just fishing that went on here. That's the old timber yard. I wonder what size boats used to put in and out of here with their cargoes of timber.
But we don't class Cornwall as another country though, do we? They speak their own language as well, don't they? Anyone understand Cornish or speak Cornish? No? I'm sure we're going to pick up some words off Google and we can speak to them in Cornish, can't we? Make sure you pick the nice words though. I think Devon's one of my favourite counties in England. I do like coming down to Devon.
What a lovely old house. Fancy living here? Thatch roof and everything. How about that?
Don't send them away now to Random, no. Send them to the stocks instead. In the 17th century, thousands of people produced lace by hand in their homes here. And later in the 19th century, Queen Victoria had her wedding dress made out of Hollandton lace as well. The town also become notable for its pottery as well. And by the mid-18th century, most of the town was ripped apart by a massive fire, which destroyed most of the town. They still produce lace here, don't they? And pottery, and they still deal with the royal family. The christening gowns and all that for the young children and the royal family. It's one of those high streets, you blink, you missed it. There's not many shops there actually. It's quite a long high street, there's not many shops on it. I'll drive down through the town centre. Got plenty of time. I once came down here on a train to buy a car. I won a bid on eBay and bought a car on eBay. £350 I paid for it. It's cheap, isn't it? It lasted me 5 years and I sold it for 850. It's not bad, is it? The reason why it was so low in price because it had French number plates on it. And people thought, oh, it's going to be difficult to transfer over. But what they didn't realise, it was a British car in the first place. So it's already registered before. So it's quite easy to transfer it over. There's a pottery place on the left there, see, just past Holland's Pottery. A few lace shops down there, lots of antique shops. It's high street, a bit like Tintagel really, isn't it? One high street. Everybody likes Tintagel, don't they? Nice church out on the right there. There's your spa. Somebody wanted a spa. Shopping centre I called Lace Walk. Lace Walk after famous lace being made here. It's been stitched up. Here we go to that shop on the right there. I haven't seen any lace shops, have you? Not a bad little town though, is it? Quite a nice little town. Obviously you wouldn't want 4 hours here, would you? We'd give you 4.5 hours here on a day trip. A lot of people visit friends and family there, don't they? So it's very got to give them the time. Cornish, it says it in Cornish as well. There's a Tamar just under the bridge now. So there's only a small trickle here, but it does widen out though, doesn't it? It meets the Plymouth harbour there. So literally the hotel's just in the border, isn't it, really? That's 4 miles in. Oh, you're just sitting there enjoying it on your way, aren't you? I'm doing all the hard work, aren't I? So I've got a long drive tomorrow. Unless someone else wants to have a go. Marlene? Want to have a go, Marlene? What about you, Jenny? Do you want to have a go?
And we are here. It's been a long day. See you in the morning.